Hey, my name is Brandon Donaldson, and I'm a pastor here at Life.Church, and I work on our Open Network team. And I want to talk further into this idea of embrace the pain. It's part of the process. Now, the truth is, I think there's some categories of pain that we don't believe this to be true for. So let me talk about three categories of pain that I see. One is consequences of something that you did, right? This is a pain that, well, you deserved it. I mean, it's something that I deserve because it's my fault that I'm going through this. And we don't see God working in those things. We think, I just got to deal with this myself. The second category of pain is the unexpected. Job's story in the Bible is a great highlight of this kind of pain. It might be that you feel like you didn't even deserve it, or there was nothing you did, but it came out of nowhere. It was unexpected. A third type of pain is something that you chose so that you could grow. Right? Physical training is a great example. You chose pain or discomfort because you expected that it would bring you even greater growth. So here's what I want to say is all of those pains, all of those categories, only one of them you chose, but I believe all of them we can choose. We can embrace. Think of James 1 verse 2 where he says, "Count it all joy, my brethren, when you face trials of many kinds." Various trials, it doesn't matter. Count them all joy. Consider it all joy. Why do we do that? Well, because we know that God works all things together for good for those who love him and to those who are called according to his purpose. He works all pain categories together for good, all of them. So I think we have to be there first because it'll bring this power no matter what you're going through or what you end up going through in this year to really make a difference lasting in ministry. So with that idea, how do we actually embrace the pain? What's some practical steps that we could do? I just want to bring two thoughts for you, two practical steps for embracing pain that has been so helpful for me. Number one is embrace the truth. In my world, that means embrace the strongest vantage point. So think about it this way. If we are both on two different sides of the same door, and I said, hey, how do you open the door? You might say you push it. You ask me, I might say you pull it. Now, those are two vantage points, and they're both true, looking at the same thing. I think we have to do that in our lives. I think it's really important to choose the vantage points we want to live from and we want to lead from. When it comes to our pain, 2020 was isolating. It brought depression and anxiety. It's true. It's true for many of us, for me. You could live and lead in that truth. It also was such a learning opportunity because it broke rhythms that I would never break on my own, right? Like we literally did not have church in our buildings. So what do? What a great question. What a great learning opportunity. Another truth. So as you're embracing the pain, embrace the truth, embrace the strongest vantage point that you want to lead and you want to live from. That's the first step, I think, of embracing the pain. The second is embrace God. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your paths. My pastor, Craig Rochelle, brought this up and just really changed everything for me. Because that word trust in the Hebrew literally means to cling to. So cling to the Lord with all your heart. Cling to the Lord completely. And what happens when you cling to something completely with everything you are? You have to let go of everything else. And in 2020, for me and my family have been through the hardest thing we've ever walked through. Something I never thought we would have to walk through. And 2020 just amplified it so much. And I realized through it that it was really a question of my trust in God. And this is where it came alive, is that as I trusted in God fully and completely, I had to let go of the fears and the worries as I was walking through the pain, because I truly believe he's bigger. So it reminds me of the story in Job. As you know, at the end of the story, God shows up on the scene and he never explains to Job why Job, this righteous, faithful man, according to God's own word, had to go through all of this suffering. He never explained it. God never apologized. He just told him who he was and reminded him, and maybe told him for the first time what he did through the earth, through the heavens. And what was Job's response? Repentance. And here's the deal, and I hope this is encouraging because it was for me in the middle of great pain. That pain is only overwhelming when God is underwhelming. So when you find pain being overwhelming, trust, cling to the Lord with all your heart. Embrace God. Because this pain is a gift that we only have on this side of eternity. We don't have pain on the other side. And God uses it. You can embrace all of the categories of pain. You can embrace any and all of it because God will use it in your process for your good.